Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my subscribers that have been with me for a while, and hello to the new subscribers that I've got. I really hope you enjoy the videos that I bring. Today's video is the one that I do every fortnight, which is for the 52 handmade challenge. It's a tag challenge where Anne gives us a new tag challenge to do each week. So these are them so far. They're really bulking up. I'm definitely going to have to get a different ring, I think, for that. But these are them so far. This week we're on, well, this week is week 13, but because I do 1 week and the one before, it's actually week 12 and week 13. So I will zoom in a bit because sadly my tags I feel are quite small, but there we go, that's what they are. So week 12 is this one. This was, the theme was blanket stitch. I actually used some handmade felt that I've got in these lovely colours. Don't know why, but I really was feeling a bit cheerier the week I did this. So whereas the last couple of weeks had been done in yellows because it was the daffodils that are coming out here, I think I did feel a bit spring. We did have the spring equinox this week, that this was, and I think maybe that just gave me a bit more energy looking forward, maybe, I don't know, but I certainly went for bright colours. The felt also really reminded me of a blanket, the old blankets that you used to get, especially the colour of this one actually. And so I love doing the blanket stitch around there. I kept mine quite simple. I just did the blanket stitch around the edges of the two felts, and then I did the blanket stitch as a stem. And this is still the blanket stitch, but you keep coming out obviously of the same point to make like a flower. And I just felt it was quite spring-like, quite bright, and quite nice really. So that was blanket stitch. I have got the pen on my hand for a reason. Actually, I'll zoom back in for this. A tip that I was given ages ago, years ago really, was that when you're doing blanket stitch, I don't really do tutorials, but I'll do my best. I hope it doesn't keep going blurry. I'm really sorry, I think it is a bit out of focus. Anyway, I learnt a trick, which was, if you put pen on your hand, if you're trying to do even blanket stitch, I mean, I don't tend to be very neat, I'm not a neat tidy person, but if you wanted to, so you can see I've used the crease of my finger there, then a pen, then another pen mark, and then I'm just about to make my next stitch where the next pen mark is, and there we have the blanket stitch. And then you can obviously move along, and then you'll be ready, I'll put it there, look, ready to line up for your next stitch. I've no idea if this is coming out very clearly or not. This is why I don't do tutorials. Anyway, there we go. So then you're keeping your stitches lined up as you come to do the blanket stitch. This is just a scrap piece, it was just to sort of show you that. So I love that top tip, but like I said, I don't use it very often because I don't tend to sew in a very neat fashion. So that was that week. Then this week, which was, or is 13, I decided Anne's challenge for this week was yellow, which I found quite funny really, because the last two tags I've done, I chose to do them in yellow purely because of the daffodils. I mean, they're really fully out now, and that's actually the reason Anne chose the colour this week. So it was yellow and layers. I do a lot of layering anyway in the journals that I make, you know, the paper kind of projects. So I loved this, and actually I know this is not really the point of this challenge, but there's actually very little sewing on mine. I just really loved the layers, all different yellows, some patterns, but mostly plain. We've got linens, cottons, and I even got under here, because I have left some of my edges a bit raw, handmade paper, yellow handmade paper. Obviously I've stitched that down. I didn't want to put much more sewing on here, and I didn't really want to keep the edges down. I like, when things are layered, I like to really see the layers, and I think if I'd put stitches all over this it would have become quite flat. So I wanted to keep it where you could really see all the different layers. I mean, obviously the back layer is quite glued down, but you know, the edges are there, you can see them, and I think that needs gluing down a bit more. I have put fabric glue on this because I haven't sewn it. Anyway, that's week 13, layers and yellow. Week 12, the blanket stitch. And now the tags are really coming along. So I will see you for this challenge. It'll be in 2 weeks when we'll be doing week 14 and 15. I will link down below Anne's challenge if you wanted to join in it. But for me, that's all for today. And thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.